or I should say the next day, but I mean, we're gonna say today. Um, from a alcohol-induced slumber, as anyone would, after drinking enough alcohol to get rid of the rads in this game that people just seem to constantly get. Um, and so I figured, I'll just do a video. So I want to talk about the Stalker game and a series as a whole, and that's what you're in for. So let's talk about it. I have notes. So the first Stalker game, um, not gonna lie, was pretty fucking awful. Like, it was bad. Um, I didn't like a lot of things about it, but it wasn't terrible. It could have been worse, for sure. Um, so I personally, out of the three games, don't recommend playing it. Not that it's not worth your time, because honestly, it doesn't take that long to complete if you're not, kind of dinking around and stuff. But it's just got that old feel to it, and it hasn't aged too well, especially on this on Xbox, which is my experience with it. On PC, probably feels base game probably feels a lot worse, and you'll have to do mods. Um, but that is my opinion on it. Yeah, you still get like some good AI fights in there. The AI fighting has always been a part of the game. You get good background on, like, so considering Stalker 2 is gonna be based further on all these games. Like, I would say that you should definitely should the guy was gonna come up and talk to me for some reason. I think you should definitely uh play it if you are looking to see if this type of game is right for you. Um, but I would also just kind of be a little bit on the side of, like, you know, just kind of like I would also just kind of be like only play it if these are the type of games you really enjoy and you don't mind a lot of crashing in certain areas of the game on this Xbox version. Just keep that in mind as I go through this everything on Xbox. Um, but yeah, so the first game, I just really don't want to spend much time talking about it, because it's like where they took the game from there. That's kind of really impressive. So with Clear Sky, like, the Stalker 1 there's a lot of dialogue that's poorly translated as well. Like, it is a rough experience through and through. And I'll just be making comparisons to it just for, like, and I'll be comparing all the games to each other. Kind of so the game I'm in called Pirate right now. Clear Sky did not have the stealth system. I mean, it still had the mechanics there, but it didn't have a, like, is someone looking at you right now, kind of eye indicator indicating that people were searching or about to find you. They removed that between Shadow of Chernobyl to Clear Sky. But they fleshed out the dialogue. They did a lot of stuff. They added in props. The map, like, and like everything with Shadow of Chernobyl was like hard to read. Map indicators and a bunch of other stuff. So they fleshed out the map indicators. And they did it even more so in this game while I'm talking about it. As you can see, well, maybe you can't see, like, the quest indicators you see in this game are yellow and easy to tell, but in, like, the first game, they weren't. Oh my god, these people won't stop talking to me. There we go. And so they did a lot to improve the map. Although my problem with the map,
What
I'm
up?
wondering if
A
it'll always be
statue? If you got
radial.
something,
I
spill the beans. If not, take a hike.
I'm like using one hand on the controller here right now to navigate because I don't want these bitches talking to me. Um, so yeah, the um the anomalies being scanned in Clear Sky, was a huge improvement in Shadow of Chernobyl. Um, uh, you kind of just picked up anomalies from like set positions, and that was it. You just kind of picked them up, and you were good to go. Um, and you could see them a mile away a lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times you could just, they were just kind of, hanging out. Uh, they were just there. Um, and Clear Sky made you go into danger zones to find these anomalous artifacts, which were a big part of the game, and they also, did a lot to make it you like lock in. You couldn't just shove on every single one that you found right away, which was very interesting. Um, the Clear Sky had an official version of the workbenches, or not workbenches, but crafters who could improve your weapons and upgrade them. Um, and that was nice too. Although in Clear Sky you had to go to various different vendors to get stuff improved, and in this game you just kind of show
You
up to one
need
of the two
careful over there,
vendors,
isn't
and
it?
that was really big. I would say, um, just because you didn't have to
Hey,
you didn't
bro.
have to what's the word I'm looking for? Um, you didn't have to like go to one vendor just to upgrade your sniper rifle and then go back to the other one. They could all repair everything, but you'd be at one vendor being like, okay, I want to upgrade this weapon. You'd be like, okay, here, give me this shit. And then you'd be like, okay, I want to upgrade this weapon. It's like, I don't know, man. I'm just a dude. Um, so in this game, it's more of like, did you find the tool set out in the world versus, did you, um, did you go to the right guy? So very, very different in how they handle the upgrade systems, and very streamlined in this game specifically. Very, very streamlined. Um, and that's nice. Very appreciated. Um, the uh, the uh, the cache and rumor system in the first game, it was kind of just you could search bodies, and I think in both in this game and the in all three games you could search bodies and find PDAs with cache things. But in Clear Sky the caches were a little bit better, but honestly nothing compares to this game's cache. This game is where they really nailed down the cache system, even if there wasn't a lot of them. Um, the caches in this game are static, which means I if I can remember where the cache is in this area, I could pick up a spot shotgun. Um, Problem is, it's been a while since I, I've played through this area of the game, and I'm having trouble remembering where the spot shotgun cache is. But I know there's a weapon cache around here somewhere. But you could find a cache, and then be like, oh, all right, and you could go back there like, later, on any playthrough, and pick it up. Um, Very useful, very, very nice. That you can just go to things and then it's there. Um, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, it felt like I was exploring shit. I could go into an area and be like, well, I'm gonna look in here because I feel like there might be a cache, and you'd find something. It had that it was that feeling that like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild gave me of just like it actually felt like I was exploring Call of the Pirate versus the other two where you got put in an objective marker on your map, being like, oh, go here, and some of the caches would like respawn like all the time, and it was just like you'd pay for the same cache over and over and over again. um and that I just didn't like that at all. And unfortunately, in this game, at least I've not found anyone you can just give money to, and they just give you the cash. Unfortunately, um, they they seem to have removed that in this version specifically. Um, but I forgot I'm on master's difficulty. If I get hit by any of this, I'm gonna die. Let's be a little bit more careful around these anomalies. Um, so yeah, the system for that is way better in this game, but Clear Sky did make it, you know, slightly better. Oh, you son of a bitch! Don't suck me. I don't want to get sucked. Um, so where else? I think I've already talked about the better map locations and stuff like that. Next on the list of things to talk about. So, this game, like I kind of breezed through the first two games. They do. I should clarify. Clear Sky's faction system was what was fleshed out. They had wanted to do a faction system in Shadow of Chernobyl. It's there. You are literally like duty literally. I mean, if you play Shadow of Chernobyl, there's a lot of things that a lot of NPCs are gonna be made known, like how much duty wants you to join duty. They really want you to join duty, and they really want you to get out of there. I feel like I should mention that. But like that stuff is kind of like memed on in the community for the most part. Uh, but oh, there's just a dude chilling here. Um, but yeah, that but outside the meme shit, that was just like something they wanted to add. They wanted to add that the faction system. Whoa, that was close. Can I get over here? Yes. Um, and they just didn't, and Clear Sky is where they actually implemented it. That being said, it was frustrating at times to do some of the missions in there. But Heads and Tails way better than the previous game. Um, as far as implementation of its like mechanics, I guess if you want to say. It was just good. Um, I will take that. Um, but moving on. So Call Up a Pirate. The I made a note about the load screen music. I guess I could mention that. This is more of a personally me thing. I don't think it really affects too much personally, but I will say the load music specifically in Shadow of Chernobyl was loud. Like when you just would pause the game like this, little just eerie in this game. Clear Skies music was also, I think, slightly loud and just in your face. From what I can remember. Um, but this game, this game specifically, I like that they use the most subtler music. Um, it feels nice. Um, to play it with the not so like in your face kind of music. Um, it makes pausing the game a little bit more enjoyable, um, if that makes sense. But that was a small little nitpick I made a note on here. Um, the assignable quick slot you see on the bottom left was never a thing. In fact, you were never told um, anywhere in any of the first two games that like right or left on the D-pad uh, is uh, is how you heal with bandages and medkits. In fact, for most shit, not a mission. Um, but so yeah, the emissions in Clear Sky. Also on emissions, the emissions weren't in Shadow. They were in Clear Sky, and they were a fucking pain in the ass. Not that the emissions like the missions are gonna be a pain in the ass. For some because it basically makes it's like, hey, stop exploring and come do this thing. Am I even gonna be able to go in here without? Oh, I guess it doesn't fucking matter. I'm going in here regardless, or I'm dying to an emission. Uh, yep, I'm going in that pipe. I'm going in the pipe. Okay, well, we're here now. um, so yeah, the quick slots is a great addition to this game overall. I fucking enjoy it. Because why wouldn't you enjoy being able to use more than just a medikit and a bandage? I would hate going in to get the rad medicine, which you see my right D-pad slot. That was annoying as shit. But you'd have to do that in the other two games. You'd go in here, you just scroll through the thing. I will say, like this being able to pull up the menus in this game was great. You could do that in Clear Sky as well, but Shadow of Chernobyl, like this was way less informative, especially when you could not tell what the med kits and the health packs were doing. I'll rake a lot on Shadow of Chernobyl, but that's only because they've come so far. I'm not trying to discourage you from playing it if that's what you want to do. But you know, it, information is information. They added in the day and night cycles for sleeping and stuff. Uh, for in this game. Um, there were day and night cycles in the other two games, but you did not have a choice of like sleeping or waiting around. Food was necessary in Shadow of Chernobyl, but not in Clear Sky. And then food became necessary once again here. If you drink vodka, it will make you hungry. But there's no water system in any of the games. You don't have to like drink vodka to live, just to get rid of radiation. And that's only if you don't have rad medicine or if well, live the alcoholic lifestyle. Um, their lighting system has only ever gotten better. The
Stalkers, the mission is finally over. I hope you're all in one
bodies just drop above me. Anyways, the why do I hear a bunch of sweaty men running around above me? Oh my gosh. So yeah, the flashlight also, I guess I made a note about this, but the flashlight in this game specifically goes further than in Clear Sky and Shadow. Uh, especially Shadow of Chernobyl and Clear Sky, the flashlight I felt like always felt like a little teeny like 20 20 feet like little teeny beam that only did like a little circle in front of you, whereas this it feels a little bit more wide. Um, um, so yeah, this one thing I have my notes that it's not true. I thought this was all gonna be one big map. I like how they did set up the map in this game. But you have this area, Then you have this area, and then you have this area. I thought I was gonna be able to like walk from here to there, like through like a path, but that's not true. Um, you have to like fast travel between sections like all the other games, but Stalker 2 that won't be the case, I think, based on what they're saying. So yeah. Uh, I don't know if there's anything else really to talk about. Uh, how long have I been going at it? 21 minutes? Okay. So I think that will conclude my like overall feels for the game for the most part. I'm just gonna round it off by saying like I highly recommend this specific uh version of this game. Like Call of a Pirate's great. I think everyone should play Call of a Pirate before picking up Stalker 2. If you haven't already played any of the Stalker games, I do not recommend just if you are able to get to PC. I do not recommend just going and playing Stalker Gamma. Not that I have played it, but I've seen a bit of gameplay from it. And I just want to say it's like a very different experience, and it'd be better for to get like a baseline experience um with the Stalker games before you move on to like that free mod experience on PC. Also, you need like I think you still need a kind of decent PC to run Gamma, just because the game probably base game engine isn't too optimized. It's running off of this game engine. Um, uh, what else is there to say? Oh, is he just messing with the magazine? He is. But yeah, I'll end the thing on that, I guess. Um, the gamma. What I've seen from the gamma though is like a more tedious condition system, where like you have to like take parts from a bunch of different weapons. It's like it's more gritty in that respect. And honestly, I like survival elements, but I like survival light elements. I guess is what I should say. Like Stalker's a survival, like a weird, like hybrid of a horror game, but also like it's horror survival. But you know, it's not always like there isn't always a bunch of like scary things jumping at you. You know, sometimes it's just a guy with an AK around the corner, ready to blast your fucking ass with his shotgun, especially in Shadow of Chernobyl. I will say Shadow of Chernobyl has a special place in my heart, just because the AI will camp around the corner with a shotgun and blast your ass into fucking next week. Um, uh, and Clear Sky, the faction war system is what stood out about that game. It feels a little weird that Shadow Chernobyl, like the clearest thing that stood out to me, was just getting my ass blasted by and one pumped so many times. But that is literally what stood out the most. I feel like enemies in this game don't commonly have shotguns waiting for you around corners, especially in Papyrus. I don't think I've ever got one tapped by a shotgun. Um, and the only thing scarier than, you know, hearing that is hearing muffled shots from an enemy's weapon, because chances are if their weapon is silenced, they're using good ammo and a good weapon to shoot you with, and you'll probably melt in a few seconds no matter how good your armor's at. Um, there's an integrated silence weapon in this game called, like, based off the Vitar or something like that, I want to say. I could be wrong on the name of that, but it's like a brown looking assault rifle, and its its ammo is always fucking silenced, and it just goes it just like it's suppressed, it's awful, and it shreds, and the AIs do not hesitate to liberally pelt you with bullets while using that goddamn thing, unfortunately. And that is something that will happen in Shadow Chernobyl a lot. And Call of a Pirate, I just overall, just after playing the first 2 games, it's such a breath of fucking fresh air. Um, but like, and that is not to degrade the other 2 games' experiences. It's just that good. Um, so if y'all liked this, I know I kind of rattled on here at the end, but yes, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Leave a like, if you are so inclined. I would greatly appreciate it. Any likes and comments I get, are so
Turn
big.
back, Stalker. This place ain't for you.
Okay.
Stalker, off with you while you still got legs.
I'm running.
Okay, drop that
No.
retard.
No, 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 please. I'm not retarded. Ah. Oh. Do they know?